Professor Nemo, Dino Dude, and Yoshi all followed the floating girl to the SCP file room. Standing in front of it was SCP-N.E.R.D, also known as the Toll Tree. The entity was a sentient tree filled with squirrels that blocked paths, and it would not let people through unless it paid it money. Professor Nemo was about to pay it when the tree's eyes began to glow bright cyan. The floating girl had placed the entity under her control and had let them pass without any issues. I suppose I haven't introduced myself yet. My name is Kelly, but when I first arrived here, I was known as SCP-N201. Because of my abilities of telekinesis and mind control, your organization wanted me to be locked away and forgotten, even by my own parents. However, only one man wished to save me from this fate, a member of the O5 Council that had a history of kindness and charity to the anomalous occupants of this place, Professor Joshua Nemo. As one would expect, Professor Nemo was shocked. Wait, I was an O5 Council member? Correct. You began your career as a lowly researcher, but due to your talents and accomplishments, you were quickly promoted all the way to O5. However, as you learned more and more about the Foundation, you began to feel less and less sure about them. At a certain point, you were even planning on exposing them to the world, but the rest of the O5 Council wasn't going to have that. They were simply going to kill you, but you saw that coming and made preparations ahead of time. Using a series of ancient spells, you bonded the life force of all the members of the O5 Council, including you. Now, if one member dies, so does everyone else, meaning that they couldn't actually kill you. However, they found a caveat. They erased your memory and, in order to keep their eyes on you, kept you as a lowly researcher forever. Throughout all this, Nemo simply sat, listening. His entire life had been a lie. Everything he knew was false. Most men would have been simply devastated, angry, or simply done with everything. However, Nemo only became more determined. We need to fix this. We need to take down the O5 Council. That sounds insane. I love it. It'll make it for a great side series. Good luck with that. Yoshi and I will be heading home now. Suddenly, a roaring was heard, and the group turned to see a bright green lizard-like entity. Any chance you know what this is? Dino Dude asked. Yes, actually. This is SCP-N1739, also known as the Whiptail. It has a whip-like tail covered in spikes, a near-impenetrable hide, and a venomous gas that drives people insane. Oh, I thought you said this thing was going to be a threat, Dino Dude said before immediately running into the fight. The creature cracked its whip-like tail at Dino Dude, who quickly turned into a velociraptor and ducked under the tail. He then turned himself into a Carnotaurus, latched onto the creature's tail, and began to spin around in a circle. He then let go, launching the creature into a nearby wall. The Whiptail hit, but quickly got back up. Hey, Kelly, can you mind control this thing and get it to calm down? I'm afraid not. I can only control a certain number of powerful creatures at a time. If I place this thing under my control, the tree will be free and not happy about us getting past it. Suddenly, a smile crossed Nemo's face. That's it, the Toll Tree. Kelly, follow me. Yoshi, can you help Dino Dude and keep that thing distracted?
Affirmative.
Yoshi's robotic arms began to stretch as one of his hands became a large hammer. It quickly jumped into the fight, smashing the entity's face in. Meanwhile, Kelly and Professor Nemo approached the Toll Tree, which was still simply standing entranced by the entrance, with its eyes glowing. Great, now, Kelly, go tell it to fight the Whiptail. Kelly nodded and raised one of her hands. The Toll Tree stirred to life and began lumbering into the room. Dino Dude, seeing the Toll Tree approaching, quickly grabbed Yoshi and dived out of the way. The Whiptail saw the new threat and began to face it. Suddenly, strong wooden tendrils erupted from the ground beneath it. The roots began to wrap around the Whiptail, restraining it. It then pulled the Whiptail deep into the earth, suffocating it. After this fight ended, the five ran out of the room, making sure to lock the door behind them. Okay, that was fun. Good luck taking down the O5 Council. I have to go. Dude said, shaking Nemo's hand. However, Yoshi gave a concerned look.
Well, actually, we can't. During the fight, I was struck by the whiptail. I'm fine overall, but my multiversal warp drive was damaged. We can't leave this dimension.
Seriously? N.E.R.D is really trying to stretch out this runtime, isn't he? Dude then thought for a moment. Wait, wasn't there a Kingpin Creations cameo in the last video? What are you talking about? I mean, did you see a guy with long brown hair with an exaggerated Jersey accent? He may have been wearing a leather jacket underneath his lab coat, which I can't imagine would be comfortable whatsoever, but ignoring his strange fashion choices for now. Yes, I did see a guy like that. He said he was here for a multiversal worker exchange program? Perfect. That means that there are multiversal portals open, which means that Yoshi and I can hijack one and finally go home. Suddenly, the sound of roaring was heard, as a blue ogre-like creature, carrying a baby and a pair of scythes, walked in front of them. Nemo, do you want to give some exposition on this thing? What are you... Fine. This is SCP-N3131, also known as Kavora. Kavora was a mother who lived in Sparta during ancient Greece. She had been forced into an arranged marriage, which, though she hated the husband, blessed her with a child whom she loved dearly. However, the child was deemed weak and was set to be killed, something that Kavora would not allow. Grabbing a pair of sickles, she fought back, killing whoever she had to. She reclaimed her child, but now was on the run. She prayed to the Greek pantheon for salvation, and... Okay, the rest of the file was erased, but she somehow turned into this. Right as Professor Nemo stopped talking, the creature began chasing after the small band of heroes. She was surprisingly fast, quickly catching up to her, and swiping at them with her sickles. Kelly, any chance you can mind control this thing? I already tried. Its will is too strong. The group continued running, taking various twists and turns to the Foundation. Suddenly, Nemo turned around and realized that some of their party had vanished. Kelly, where are Dude and Yoshi? I think I saw them take a right turn somewhere, and... Suddenly, a voice played over the speakers. Professor Nemo, SCP-N201. I got lost, but I managed to hijack one of the speakers. I can help you escape that thing if you follow my voice. Professor Nemo nodded in agreement, but Kelly was unsure. Okay, now turn right here. Now turn left. Now turn right. It felt like the two were running through a maze, with SCP-N313 hot on their trail, following them effortlessly through every turn. Great, now you should see a room up ahead. Go in there and press the button by the door. Just as Alton had said, there was a room right in front of them, though it was completely dark. I'm not sure about this, Professor. It'll be fine. I trust Dude. Kelly relented and followed the professor into the room. Kavora was about to follow them, but Professor Nemo quickly pressed the button. The door to the room slammed shut, locking them both inside. Okay, Dude, now what? Professor Nemo asked, but Dude didn't respond. Simply, all the two heard was a slow clapping. Dude emerged from the dark corner, but instead of his supersuit, he was wearing a black tuxedo and a red bow tie. Dude? What's going on? I'm not Dude. Or at least, I'm not yours. Professor Nemo, we meet again. Not that you remember me, of course. Last time we met, it was at the O5 Council meeting announcing your replacement. Wait, you're an O5 Council member? Exactly. One that was brought on shortly before we wiped your memory and sent you to minimum wage forever. At least it was supposed to be forever. Unfortunately, when my variant showed up and things all kind of spiraled from there. Not to worry, though. Now that you're locked in here with me, all will be set back to status quo. And as for you, SCP-N201, my name is Kelly. Whatever. As for you, I must thank you for bringing him straight to me. Granted, your methods were questionable, but a deal's a deal. For now, your parents are safe. Wait, you were working for him? I had no choice. He was going to murder my parents, or worse if I didn't. I understand. Great, now that we got the sob stories out of the way, how about we get on to some memory erasing? Suddenly, The door to the room opened, and the real Dino Dude was standing outside. Hey guys, Yoshi was able to hack into the system, we rigged up a portal, unlocked this door, and... Wait, hold up a minute, Dino Dude said, staring at the version of himself. Ah, so you're the insufferable version of me who's been causing a ruckus around here. And you are a version of me who's the leader of a shady secret organization? That mostly lines up. No matter, face it, there's no way any of you are escaping. You are going back to the files. You are going back into containment where you belong. And you, well, I could always use some backup organs here and there. Wow, you are evil. Unfortunately for you, though, I didn't just come here to make a cameo appearance. Yoshi, have you synthesized that DNA sample? Suddenly, Yoshi appeared at Dino Dude's side.
Yes, Dalton. However, I would advise against using it, as it may have unexpected... You already injected it, didn't you?
Dino Dude placed the sample into a suit. One thing you forgot about us. We're a bit hard to destroy. Right before their eyes, Dino Dude transformed into a dinosaur who greatly resembled SCP-682, the hard-to-destroy reptile. The other Dino Dude simply laughed. Clever, clever. You certainly did not disappoint. However, do you not think I figured out that trick years ago? As soon as he said this, the alternate Dino Dude pulled up his sleeve, revealing a similar-looking gauntlet. He then pressed a few buttons and transformed as well into another version of 682. Immediately, the two began to fight, ripping and tearing each other to pieces. The fight could have lasted forever, but that was when Professor Nemo got an idea. He, Kelly, and Yoshi all ran out of the room and made their way to a series of multiversal portals. Professor Nemo quickly ran through the nearest one and found a two-headed draconic creature locked in a cage.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry, I just need to borrow this thing. Professor Nemo quickly unlocked the cage and let the creature through the portal into his world.
Come back. We just unvenomized that thing.
The entity, now in the world of Professor Nemo, immediately began causing a ruckus. The chaos distracted the evil Dino Dude long enough for the real one to escape and meet up with the rest of the group. They then located the portal Yoshi had hijacked.
Okay, Dalton, this is the one that'll take us home.
But, wait, how are Kelly and I going to take down the SCP Foundation, and what happens if they capture me and erase my memory again? Great question. Yoshi, knock him out. Yoshi immediately obliged, turning his hand into a hammer and knocking Nemo out cold. What was that for? Relax, Kelly. I've got a plan. Now, Yoshi, take out your laser, put it on low, and carve a message into his chest explaining his backstory and goal. Also make sure it's written in reverse so he can read it in a mirror. Also, write an apology for burning a message into his chest. Yoshi immediately obliged. Now, Kelly, I'm gonna need you to act like you switch sides and that you managed to capture him, knock him out, but Yoshi and I managed to escape. Then I need you to get as much information about the L5 Council as you can. Kelly nodded. But do you really think other you will believe me? Oh, not a chance. But if I know me, he'll still honor your agreement. I tend to be a fairly literal person and follow agreements to the letter, including loopholes. Your parents will be safe. Good luck, Godspeed, and like and subscribe. With that, Dino Dude and Yoshi walk through the portal, which quickly closed behind them.